Welcome everybody to the Book of X, and we are back for another episode of the Xbox Weekly News Write-Up. So let's get right into this one. So first up, we have Doom the Dark Ages launched in. So Microsoft have released another first-party title in 2025, and it is now available on sort of all major platforms, but most importantly is available for us in Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So just a recap of what this game is. This is set during the medieval war against the forces of hell and is a prequel to the brilliant Doom 2016, allowing us to experience the Slayer's rise from slave to a one-man demon slaughtering badass we all know and love. And it will take place across a series of 22 chapters, single player chapters, and it's a lot more cinematic than previous titles, as it's been able to focus exclusively on its single player campaign whilst bringing in new combat mechanics, focusing a lot on the gunplay along with the melee combat. Next up then, we have the delay of Marvel 1943, The Rise of Hydra. So as a reminder for those who aren't aware, this is the Captain America and Black Panther led title, and we had confirmation that this is now being delayed out of 2025 into 2026, following an update from Skydance Games where their team stated that they are taking this additional time and will allow us to add more polish and make sure we give you the best experience and one that lives up to our vision. This game was announced previously in 2021, and the plot of the game sees you taking on both Captain America and Black Panther, who are taking on Hydra during World War II, and they must overcome their differences to form an alliance in hopes to succeed with the aid of both the Howling Commando Gabriel Jones and the Wakandan spy Nanali. We then have Ubisoft games joining the Xbox PC store. So Ubisoft announced a group of 16 games that are going to be launching on Xbox PC store, and those titles include Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Origins, Shadows of Valhalla, Far Cry 5, 6 and New Dawn, Immortals Phoenix Rising, Riders Republic, South Park The Fractured But Whole, Tom Clancy's then Ghost Recon Breakpoint and Wildlands, Rainbow Six Extraction, The Division 2, and then Watch Dogs 2 and Watch Dogs Legion. So yes, PC copies of those now available, though they're not cross-play with Xbox. They do need to be bought separate, so not part of the Xbox Play Anyway grouping, at least not yet. Let's see if that changes in the future. We then got expansions to the Xbox Cloud Gaming library. So I believe it's 12 new titles we have listed here that are now available for those who are subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate. They'll be able to stream these games over Xbox Cloud Gaming. So the library of titles that are now available, that have now joined the library, I should say, are Armor Reforger, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, Castle Crashers Remastered, Chants of Sonar, Cuphead, Farming Simulator 2022, Haunty, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Monster Energy Supercross, Project Wingman, Ride 5 and Secret Neighbor. On top of this, Konami have announced that their upcoming action-adventure title, Deliver at All Costs, is also being added to the library, but you're going to have to wait until May 22nd to jump into this one. We then have alpha rollout of Xbox's new home customization update. So starting this week, the Xbox insiders have now been able to have new customization options on those on the front screen, and these are largely focused on the games and apps section, which have been broken down into 3 distinct updates. So the first one is hide system apps. This will allow you to make a more clearer, focused view of your games and entertainment library, allowing you now to hide system apps from recently played games and apps list, reducing clutter and keeping your home more focused on what you want to display. You'll also be able to pin favorites to home now, so you can now pin up to 3 of your recently played games or apps directly to the recently played games and apps list. These pins will stay near the front of the list, so allow you to get quickly into the games that you want to get into most. And then coming soon to the Insiders update is reducing the tile count. If you someone who prefers a more minimal look or want to see your wallpaper more, this setting allows you to reduce the number of visible tiles in the recently played games and apps list, allowing you to have that more streamlined view. Coming back around to Ubisoft then, Ubisoft gave us a game released update this week as part of their earnings call. So the latest earnings call from Ubisoft revealed that the Xbox platform will be able to enjoy the long-delayed Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake before March 31st, 2026. So this is a game that was first announced in 2020, but the remake has gone through a very rough development cycle, essentially being delayed quite last minute, if I recall, back in 2020. But we're finally going to get our hands on it within the next sort of 12 months. But also Ubisoft revealed some delays to several of their big titles that are due to launch, that were due to launch in this fiscal year. But according to the CEO, the titles from franchises such as Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Rainbow Six, The Division, and Ghost Recon franchises will now not launch until between March 2026 and March 2028. So have to wait a little longer if you are interested in those. And then finally, to close out the news cycle this week, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 has had a massive update. Now, I normally don't report game updates in these, but this one is significant. Asobo and Microsoft will work together, and this is a big one. I'm not going to be able to break down the entire work notes here, because there's like 3,000-4,000 fixes. It'll probably be here for about 40 minutes. However, I will try and summarize up. So we see in a broad brush, we see major changes to general updates, aircraft core systems, aircraft gameplay, career mode, online services, airports, scenery, miscellaneous, VR, controls and peripherals, activities, developer tools. The list goes on, but there's plenty that's been added. Some of the major features include new FSR frame generation, marketplace changes, graphical improvements, ton of bug fixes. And if you go to the Flight Simulator website, you'll be able to see the breakdown of the patch notes by individual plane, so do check that out. But that's a wrap, everybody, on today's Xbox Weekly News Roundup. If you did enjoy this video, please do hit the like button, and if you're not already, please do subscribe and share this one out. But have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll catch you all soon.